Hello friends, welcome to the Winner's Edge for UPHESC Advertisement 51 English Literature Analysis of HEL, the History of English Literature Unit. The paper of advertisement number 46 is being analyzed here. When one looks at the syllabus of UPHESC, whichever advertisement we are talking about, it is a very indicative syllabus. In fact, 46, 47, 50, 51, the syllabus of Unit 1 is the same. And in all of them, only the name of various ages from Renaissance to the postmodern are given, nothing else. No subheadings. What else you have to cover in them is not given at all. Although you may have seen that in GS and in all the other units of English literature, a very detailed kind of coverage of subtopics is given. But in the first unit, no such coverage is given. Therefore, almost anything can be asked. Now, our job as candidates and as analyzers is to narrow down the essentials and then to focus upon them. And to do that, we have to analyze the syllabus, analyze the papers, and then focus upon the relationship between syllabus and papers. So that is why we are going to analyze, to begin with, Advertisement 46 paper here. So we cracks the code for you. We has taken up the HEL section, paper after paper, and has done a detailed analysis of the minds that made them. I had once talked about that, the same thing in webinar also, of analysis of the whole thing. I have talked about the interview panel also with you. The thing is that there are certain central universities that are predominantly parts of the interview process and the syllabus setting process, as you can see from the whole section 10, unit 10 syllabus. Allahabad University and Lucknow University syllabus has been pasted over there. That's that. Now, by the syllabus and by the interview panel constitution, we can guess that the paper setters also come from similar universities. They've been teaching those courses, and when they set paper on those courses, there's a naturally a kind of bent in the collective conscious mind of these setters towards some certain kinds of questions, to a certain width, to a certain depth of area and range. So assuming that there is this collective mind and that this collective mind resists change, both external and internal, this analysis is projectable to advertisement number 51 too, and that is the benefit of it. So to begin with, in advertisement number 46, HEL section questions that were asked, we are going to look at them one by one, and then from them we are going to analyze how, in what way can one prepare for these kind of questions. So the first question that I want to talk about is the Rambler and the Idler are periodicals started by. Now, one way is, of course, a background to the age of sensibility, the age of Dr. Johnson. The other way is, if you have prepared detailed notes on Dr. Johnson, a very central figure of his age himself. So either from a general history of age or from a particular history of the luminaries of any given age, and you get the answer, right? One more way is there. If you have made notes on history of prose, development of prose writing in English, then also you can get this answer right. But the most direct way is Dr. Johnson himself, the contextual information on Dr. Johnson. Shakespeare depended primarily on two sources for his legendary and historical plays. Which is the most important one? And everybody knows the answer to this. Hollishnet's Chronicles, and everybody who has learned a little bit about Shakespeare, this is one of the first things that one learns. So again, the previous one, Dr. Johnson, this one, Shakespeare. If you prepared contextual notes upon, as I said, the luminaries, you got it. Which of the following novels is called a novel without a hero? Although Vanity Fair was in the syllabus back then, but this kind of question may be asked from out of the syllabus too. And Vanity Fair happens to be one of the central novels of the Victorian age. Therefore, we are looking at the central, the defining kind of works of any given age. Who has written Iliad? This is a very fundamental question that is very common to several fields, but it is directly related to epic and the definition of epic. So if you have read M.H. Abrams, you can directly answer the question and correctly too. Through wit is nature to advantage dressed. There were two lines given. I don't need to go to the next line, and only the question was asked was whose lines are these? Now, either from the history of criticism or from the contextual information on Alexander Pope, you know the answer to this question. Which of the following is not a pseudonym of the author? And the answer will depend on whether you have prepared notes on A, the full names, and B, the pseudonyms of various authors. At least the authors published in your syllabus are compulsory, but then other major authors are also important. So in this case, the answer was Ruskin, John Ruskin. The term curtal sonnet was coined by. Now they tend to ask one or two questions of this kind in which syllabus does not matter, but an important event or an important person from a given age are mentioned. So in this case, Hopkins and his curtal sonnet. So if you have prepared detailed notes on age, you got it. Symbolist movement in literature, again, either it comes from your note on W.B. Yeats or it's coming from your notes on the beginning of the modernist period or the end of the 20th century, whichever way you want to go. Or it may also come from the your notes on symbolism as a movement. So either HEL or MH Abrams. As you can see, Curtis Sonnet also is either Hopkins or MH Abrams. I'm underlining MH Abrams time and again. The reason is that MH Abrams is the one teacher that is common to all of us. That is, our teachers were taught by MH Abrams, we were taught by MH Abrams, and our students are being taught by MH Abrams. So his glossary is a kind of universal, one force that binds us all. And therefore, many questions, consciously or unconsciously, belong to the M.H. Abrams category of questions. To which category do the two works of Shakespeare, Venus and Adonis and Rape of Lucrece, belong? Again, second question from contextual information on William Shakespeare. I'm not discussing the answers. I'm not only discussing the questions. This is not an analysis of papers on HEL or address number 46 paper. This is only an analysis of from where are the questions coming and how we can prepare notes and then get ourselves prepared for advertisement 51. So I'm not very much interested in the right answer on the answers. I'm only interested in from where the questions are coming and how can we be prepared for some such kind of questions. In match of the following list, busy as a bee and cool as a cucumber and two peas in a pod kind of question. This is difficult. Generally, yeah, you don't prepare notes on this kind of question, and this question has never been repeated, this kind of question, but still, and that is dependent on your wide reading and good guessing. Yeah, good guessing is also a very important part of UPHESC exam success. So do remember, good guessing is important. The eminent Victorian poet Charles Swinburne called Shakespeare the most elemental and primeval of all his plays in reference to which specific play? So either you have prepared notes in British drama section on King Lear, or you have prepared contextual information notes on criticism on Shakespeare. The second one is difficult. People don't prepare criticism on specific persons, but then if you have read King Lear and even in Rama Brothers, the important critical comments are given over there, and King Lear is popular in MSc Lay by. So there is a high chance that either you already know the answer, or if you prepared notes on King Lear, then you know the answer, or if you prepared notes on late Victorian age about Swinburne as a critic and so on and so forth, still you can get the answer. Endymion of John Keats is dedicated to, again, if you prepared notes on John Keats, if you have prepared notes on Endymion, both of them, you're not coming directly from British poetry syllabus, they're coming from HEL syllabus. And very important question, Endymion, John Keats is important, yes. Then you know the answer. And then there is a match the list kind of question of 4 poets ranging from Victorian to modern, and their 4 central works. The works are Gerontian, Sohrab and Rustum, Lapis Lazuli, and In Praise of Limestone. As you can see from the name of works, it's a very telltale kind of question. One, Lapis Lazuli is in the syllabus already, and then they're not hiding anything. It's a very simple and straight question. So even if there is some confusion in praise of limestone, you will directly get all the other answers. Who coined the phrase Marlowe's mighty line? Either it's coming from your contextual note on Ben Jonson and his relation with Shakespeare and Marlowe, or it will come from criticism, history of criticism, and beginning with Johnson going towards tried. So, whatever I have to talk about the questions and their types in 1846, I have talked about them. We have found out that either it is contextual notes, or it is note on history of English literature, or note on major writers, poets, playwrights, or a lot of them dependent on M.H. Abrams' preparation. So I recommend that learn the whole M.H. Abrams book by heart. By heart, I don't mean that word by word, but at least fact by fact. If, for example, somebody says that, okay, the theater of the absurd, and then you must be able to talk about the important things about that. And I do remember from that in a later paper, you will meet the theater of the absurd and the representatives of that theater. So, topic after topic, page after page, how you learn M.H. Abrams is by revision and by consistent note making and revision. You can learn the whole book 1 month max, 1 month max, because you know all of it already. You only have to make a conscious effort to learn it. Same goes for a basic history book for HEL. So a basic history book, a glossary of literary terms, and of course your notes on specific individual great canonical writers. I hope you liked this video. Now, if you did, then please click on the like button below. If you did not, and you want me to improve, please give your suggestion in the comment box below. If you want more from this kind of analysis, or from any kind of paper, or from the syllabus topics, you just put it in the comment box. You subscribe to the channel, you'll always get updated upon whatever is coming, and a lot of material is coming, and a lot of analysis is coming, and information also, until the day of UPHESC Advertisement 51 examination. So I do suggest that and strongly recommend that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, for being with us with we, because with we you win. You can contact me through my mail ID. That is, if you have some suggestions, some questions, something you want to contact. If you want more information, just stay connected with the YouTube channel. And of course, there is a Facebook group you may care to join. Again, that's a community of similar interests, people who are preparing for UPHESC Advertisement 51. So I wish you luck. Thank you. See how well you use it and convert it into practical note-making tips.